Hi friends, this is Ashley with Shishi Design. I wanted to do a quick video to show you how to season your chalkboard before you do your chalk art, as well as talk about some of the different chalkboard surfaces that you'll find in the store and different options for you to do chalk art. So to start, some of the surfaces that you might see are, one is a slate surface. This chalkboard can be found at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Walmart has them as well in their craft section. It is a very bumpy surface. It has a lot of imperfections. It works well if you want that chalkboard characteristic to pop out. But if you don't want bumps and you want more of a detailed design, these aren't the best ones to use. But these would be great for things like first day of preschool, or if you're just doing like a basic quote, that chalkboard surface would work out really well. The other option is chalkboards that have a artificial or plastic type of surface or a vinyl chalkboard surface. These surfaces are really smooth because they're manufactured. They don't have any bumps or imperfections. The chalk will look really, really nice on these. You will find these as like easels or framed chalkboards in the stores. Those work really nice. You can also buy pieces of this in bulk at Lowe's or Home Depot. This piece was cut from a larger piece, so you can kind of make your own sizes and frame your own chalkboards if you want to. Another option that people don't usually know about is using cardstock or a black poster board for chalkboard surface. They work really, really well. They're cheap, for one, and two, you can throw them in any frame and they work great as a chalkboard surface. So if you're wanting a chalkboard for a quick event or a photo shoot or something like that, buying black poster board and cutting it with a razor blade or just getting cardstock and framing it is a great way to do it. And if you frame it, don't put glass in front because that will change the look of the chalkboard. But this surface is also smooth because it's paper. It doesn't have imperfections, so it's really good for detailed work. I really like these ones for weddings and things like that. Things that you might want to seal a chalkboard design, but don't necessarily want to keep it around at your house. And then another option, which is one of my favorites, is making your own chalkboard surface out of different items. All you have to do is buy chalkboard spray paint. I prefer Rust-Oleum chalkboard spray paint. You can find this at Home Depot or Lowe's. Walmart usually has it as well. And this will allow you to basically turn any surface into a chalkboard. Preferably something smoother so you can write on it easily, like a tabletop. But you can basically turn anything into a chalkboard. I prefer the spray paint over the actual paint that you would paint with a brush. If you use the brush technique, you will leave brush marks on your surface and that will come out in your design. So here's a piece of wood that I have cut from a larger piece of wood that I bought at Home Depot, and I spray painted it with my chalkboard spray paint to create the surface. The reason why I like the wood idea is because when you put the chalk on the surface, it brings the wood grain out and it's very pretty, very rustic, looks very nice. So those are some of the surfaces. Now I'm going to show you how to season your chalkboard. So if you didn't season your chalkboard and you decide to write on it, so I'm not going to season this yet. I'm going to go ahead and write the word hi over here. Okay, so this is before I seasoned it. So if I go to erase it, you can still see the word hi. It won't erase off of my chalkboard. The reason for that, and they call that a ghost image, the reason for that is because the chalkboard paint is filled with different pores. And if you don't fill those pores prior to writing on it, whatever image or writing or anything you put down first will stay in the pores. So before you do that, you want to fill those pores with chalk so that the chalk is already in there and that your writing isn't the part that stays there. So the way to do that is you're going to get a piece of chalk, and I prefer to use cheap chalk for this part, not my anti-dust chalk. So what you do is you're going to take your piece of chalk and break it in half, and then you're going to lay it horizontally onto your board, okay? And this is a piece that I've used a few times, so I'll show you what that looks like. You can see how it's flat on one edge. It's because I've used it on a couple different chalkboards. So you go ahead and you rub it up and down on your chalkboard surface. And then you're also going to go the other direction, so side to side. Completely fill your chalkboard with chalk. Then you're going to take your t-shirt, like scrap of t-shirt or Viva paper towel or washcloth, and you're going to rub the chalk into the surface. You're not rubbing it off, you're rubbing it in. So I use a circle motion and rub all that chalk into your surface. Then, when you write on it and you erase, you don't even see it. So it's like it was never there. So always season your chalkboard first. Decide what chalkboard surface you want to work on to begin with. Whatever works for you. I hope this video was helpful, and if you are interested, check out my other videos where I can show you all the different lettering techniques and elements that you can add to your chalk art. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks, guys.